Hi, I'm Jonathan, and today we're at Kitchen Flair in Leyland in the northwest of England, where we are going to meet Kristina Libertini, kitchen designer, retailer at this fantastic showroom. Right, Adam, let's get to it.
All right, let's go and find Kristina.
I'm one of the directors here at Kitchen Flair. We have been established since 1993, and so I look after the operation, I look after the designers, the production, the manufacturing element of it, and also where we want to be in the future. We started with one site, and Leyland opened around about 10 years after that. So we've also got our factory at our Preston site, and we've manufactured, since we opened. It's the core and it's the heart of what we do. Fundamentally, it's having a great team around us. A lot of our team they've been with us over 5 years, 10 years, and they've been able to continue those skills and knowledge within the business, which has been a brilliant support for everybody, and it's enabled us to continue into our 30 years plus. Fundamentally, still inspired by the manufacturing on that side of, importantly, like what is behind the door. Kitchens can look brilliant and fantastic on the outside, and then really you open the door and it's not maybe disappointing, but I think there's so many ways of making the wow factor. So you get the wow of the impact of the design, and you open the cupboard and it does something for you. It can be a wood grain carcass, it can be something that's got unique storage in it, it can be just even the hinges and the components, obviously, that they are high quality, products. So that can give you inspiration and make you think about a unit that isn't just a box in a different way. Personally, I can sit and passive browse different kitchens all the time, and that's something that we really work on when we're looking at displays, we're looking at our showroom, and what do we want to give the customer for their next kitchen? How can we be ahead so that they're really getting something that is on point, on trend, but also giving them that timeless quality to their kitchen. I do like to showcase what we can offer. I think that's always the bit where they come into the showroom and they see something that had not even been considered. It might be a walk-in pantry, it might be a light tower of the storage that they've got those little gadgets with them. I'll never forget a situation we had, one lady had these jars that she'd had for years and really wanted to keep them. And she wanted to really make sure they could fit on her shelves in her breakfast cupboard. And then to see it, and to see that they're all there and filled, and she's got her cereals in and all the cups in and everything that she had envisaged in her head, her vision of what she wanted, was really, again, it's that achievement of you've been able to put that together. So it's a real moment, for that customer that something really meant something to them and they can incorporate it into the design. It's about creating those two that complement each other, and it's about bringing that together. So we have set standards. So each kitchen will, obviously, a soft cloak, we have all those things as our standard. And then there's elements as an integrated bin, making sure they've got drawer packs. You know, where are you going to put your foil? Where are you going to put your tea towels? Where are you going to put all those practical elements of the kitchen that sometimes can be missed? Where is your cutlery tray? Do you want it under your hob, or do you want it away from that? Do you want a second cutlery tray next to your drinks cupboard or your coffee station? It's really thinking about how the family operate within that home. We were talking just before about the breakfast cupboard. And so there might be an element, if they've got space, they have a small little fridge that's accessible, that might have juices in. There might be a large family, or they like entertaining, and then you've got all those elements around the kitchen. So it's often thinking about what really are their needs. It doesn't have to be boring, you know. I'd say colour. It's interesting to see colours and what colours some of our customers are being a little bit more daring with. I think there's a lot of popularity around some bolder colours. There's some pastels as well still there. The softer neutral tones, so how we can make that a little bit different for them and maybe bring in some other elements. Personally, I love the wood grains and the more natural decors that are coming through. Even the aspects of the panelling or the reeded doors, the micro shakers, so very fine detail, but it's still got something a little bit about it. So maybe you can pop a handle on. So again, it gives it that little bit of interest and design detail. I break a few rules. So I've mixed a skinny shaker with flat doors. Some of my drawers and cupboards have handles, some don't. I've played with texture. There's 3 colours. So I've got a graphite, a stone and walnut. 2 different quartz worktops. It sounds disastrous, but again, it was about playing with the textures, the colours, and traditionally what you would say, you'd probably say zoning those areas. So areas that were slightly more decorative have a bit more of a playful work surface, where the zone for cooking, cleaning around the sink area was something that was textured but a bit more plain. And so bringing those together was interesting. And, you know, some people will say, that's a bit crazy, or how is that going to come together? But aesthetically then, when you see it visually within the space, because it is open plan, the whole area is open plan, we wanted to create the element of more furniture, so looking a little bit more furniture driven than what would be practical as a kitchen. Like the walnut, that carries through different areas of our home. So it's not a kitchen space, a lounge space, a dining space. There's a flow between those spaces. These days, coming from hospitality, it can be a little bit easier. We're used to, you know, big hours and long hours, and you know, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 doesn't exist. There's an element for the team here as well. We create our lifestyle within, but also home life is really important. After all, we are creating a home life for people within their homes. The important element is to have that break and to have that finish of the day. We always find when we go on holiday, or when we're out and about, or you see people's homes, you still see interiors. You still live and breathe it. It just becomes a part of you. Interiors just becomes a part of your kitchen design, becomes a part of, you might see something that you think, oh, I wonder if we could do that. So you never switch off really. There's always something that you're thinking about. But yeah, the importance of a home life is fundamental to us, and it's fundamental to our team here. One of the key things for me and this isn't a bias element, is doing the KBB, with Hettich was a real moment of, we can do those things. It was just that moment in our, and I guess in our 30 years, there's been lots of things that have happened. Though really collaborating and bringing that together was, it was a real moment of, it was a bit of a pinch me moment. And you go, us, we've been able to do that and be able to support one of our suppliers. And it's almost an element of giving back in a sense, because we get so much support coming into us, and then seeing it all come together. It was a lot of hard work for everybody. Everyone took something from it, and it was really great to be a part of. To walk in there to the KBB was a real that's our, we were a part of that. The thought process had to be about what we were creating for retailers and for manufacturers like ourselves. What did we want to showcase, and how? Bringing together utility rooms, kitchens, islands, drawers. There's obviously all the different products that Hettich needed to showcase really as well, and how we could build that into a kitchen, how we could build that into a drinks cabinet. Obviously the drinks cabinet was really popular, and we made sure that was a bit of a showpiece like it would be in your home. So it was ensuring that it looked and had elements of what you would have in your home, and how it would be. And I guess the media, the wall with the sliding door, watching people open and close them and push them, and again it goes back to the great technology and the mechanics of all those components that you see it running smoothly, and you think, it looks good when it all comes together. When you build a relationship with your suppliers and your manufacturers, there's elements of, you have a relationship, you can chat, you can be free, and you can speak to each other honestly. I always find with business to business, there can be some suppliers that there's a very clear line. It's all business chat, but actually we just want some honesty. We want some, you want to be able to talk freely. If something's not working for you, if something is working for you. As I've said, it's the support. So it is when we might introduce something new. It might be a new mechanism, it might be a new product, and it's knowing that you've got that support. So you've got people within the technical team who have sometimes even come down to us, had a look at how we do it. We've mocked up a unit, we've worked on how it was going to work. When we introduced the wing line, the team would come down, technical would come down, and they'd have a look at it within the display, and we manage that process together to make sure, again, that it's right for the customer, it's right for our design, it's right for what we're doing. There's a lot of knowledge behind it. It's not just a distribution of a product. It is that network of support that you get, really. And what's important for our customers is that if we've got that support, if we've got that knowledge behind us, we know that what we're designing, what we're putting into their home, it's going to work, it's going to be, as functional as it can be and as efficient as it can be. It is really that sleek design. You open the drawer and it's that element of surprise that comes with it. It does light up, and you get that. It's not your little dark cupboard that's got your drawers in. It's the element of technology bringing it into it, and it's and you see them want to have a play themselves, and almost, how does it work? How do you get that light on? One customer actually said to me, well, now I don't need to put the light on, I can see my biscuits. you know, when they sneak down in the middle of the night, they're not going to get caught out because they've put those lights on. They just open that bottom drawer where those biscuits might be. So, you know. Again, it's the advancement of technology. We introduced at the KBB the mechanism that was just slightly quicker opening, and I thought, do we really need to save 4 seconds of our time opening a cupboard? But actually, then when you see the sleekness of it, then when you see it in operation, you go, yeah, doesn't that look so much more, you know, sophisticated and you know, a streamless design. So it's seeing what comes up next. It's seeing where it can go, where the drawer boxes, as they've moved to a more sleek system, as they've moved towards different design decors. Again, that's really in keeping with the trends of we want to bring elements into it. Again, it's behind the door. It's not just all about how it looks visually. And you know, as you look at that kitchen. From my dad, and it was to wait. I can be a little impatient or get a little bit excited by things sometimes, and it was to just wait. And sometimes if you're not quite comfortable with a decision, and I guess it's going with that gut feeling, isn't it? Do you know what's right for you? And there can be times when, especially within business, you think, yeah, I'm going to do that. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of thought and just wait. And the classic is, I guess, good things come to those who wait. And, you know, it can happen.